Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be off the cuff, and I'm going to be focusing on a particular client that I had recently when it comes to my hair loss consultations that I do on this channel. Now, this is going to be kind of a plug, so you can check that in the description. I don't give medical advice, I just give advice on things you can look into, perhaps topics you can bring up with your doctor, and maybe some insights into whether or not your hair loss is getting better. Now, this particular client, you can see on the before, the red before versus the green after panels, that when it comes to their hairline, the one on the left, the red before, was, I think it was 3 months into finasteride treatment, and the one on the right, the green after, was 6 months after finasteride treatment. And this particular client was having some sort of discrepancy in what they were seeing in regards to their hair loss, whether it was getting worse or if it was improving. Now, I want to bring this perspective of lighting and angle. Now, in this particular before and after, the client did particularly well when it comes to having similar lighting environments. Not only that, but the angle of the photos themselves are relatively the same. So I had to do some calculations here, but the photo on the right, the photo on the left is about 6 degrees offset from the photo on the right. So nevertheless, they are similar in angle. Now, when you look at the hairline and you compare the two regions, you can see that the hairline in the green section has thickened up compared to the hairline in the red section. Now, I think that's a good sign that the treatment is actually working, and everyone is different. But in terms of trying to track your hair loss and being consistent with it, you want to have similar lighting. You want to have similar angles when it comes to your photos. If you're having these, drastically different lighting conditions, it can really impact your progress. So if you have one photo where you're standing under harsh light, where you can see every single hair follicle essentially, and then the next photo you're just in this dark room, those two conditions aren't comparable, right? You want to have something that's consistent. Personally, what I suggest is that people go into a dark room and they set their phone on high flash and they take a picture of their scalp. Now, when you're in that sort of environment, it is a brutal lighting condition, right? Because the flash is going to penetrate through your hair and it's going to expose areas that are, not as dense as others, and it may make things look worse than they actually are. But I find that in that particular lighting condition, you almost always get an idea of how your hair loss is, and if it's getting worse or if it's getting better. Now, I think there are other things to also keep in perspective, like using something like a scalp camera. Now, I have another client that was having issues in regards to their hair length, right? They went to the doctor and the doctor said that, well, this is weird. We can see under the microscope that you're having terminal hairs, but for some reason, these terminal hairs are breaking off at the hair shaft. Now, there's a particular condition that we were able to look into that probably is what's, affecting this particular client. But I also suggested that they should look into using, different hair products, because those particular hair products might be agitating the hair shafts. But yeah, there's so many avenues to look into. But the point is, you also want to have some sort of scalp camera or some sort of high definition look at what's going on your scalp and the integrity of the hair shafts themselves. Because with, consistent monitoring, you can see signs of inflammation, you can see signs of maybe damage to the hair shafts. So maybe you did a particular style and it probably destroyed the cuticles and the actual hair shafts of your hairs. Maybe that will give you some insight into what you should probably, roll back on doing or just completely stop doing for the time being. So I just wanted to bring these two pictures because I think they kind of encapsulate the idea of having good lighting and high definition photos, high quality photos, to help you get an understanding of your current state of hair loss. So it's a continuous battle, and I applaud anyone who takes the mantle to address these particular concerns, whether it's androgenetic alopecia or any other sort of hair loss condition, or even any sort of, health condition, or even if it's like weight loss tracking. I think that's an excellent thing to try to see what's going on try to make sense of it, and whatever route you pick, whether you take treatment or not, try to address it in some fashion. So hopefully you guys are able to, reach your goals this coming 2024, and Happy New Year's, guys. And if you do want to do a sort of consultation, please check the link in the description, follow that, sign up, and yeah, let's get talking. They're typically done through Discord, so I don't do any sort of, private calls. I'm not going to call your phone number. If you give it to me, please don't. I had some people do that in the past, and I made it very clear that I'm not even going to accept payment. I just won't even, I won't call your number, is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.